Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video is long overdue. It's a video of me making up one of my clients for a photo shoot section. She booked a photo glam session and I decided to record real time how the makeup took place. First I went into shape her eyebrows, and then I'm going into clean with my micellar water, as you can see. After which I went in with my Mario Badescu spray per usual. I was working hand in hand with Hair by Kizel, the hairstylist for this day. After cleaning, I went in with my umbrellas. You know how I do it here. And then of course my lip balm, Sephora lip balm, to hydrate the lips. I already primed at this stage, and this is the foundation I'm going to be using. My favorite Dior foundation. That's my favorite foundation. It's a luminous foundation. It's not matte. So just like tapping. Look at the perfect match on that skin right there. Going in with my Dalba spray because on this day I was going for a radiant finish, and then going in with my blush here, which is this palette that I would usually use, and then going in with my Bondo Sweet concealer, of course, to highlight all the necessary places. Here's me just blending in, blend, and after blending, I went in with my powder, my setting powder, to blend the highlights, to make it even further pop. Of course, I take my time to, set the under eye a lot because I do not want it to crease, or I want it to also be dry in most cases, before I put any other product. So here's me just going in with my Fenty Pro Matte powder to blend the whole face together. You can see the makeup is coming together. You can also notice that I kind of used my highlights to already raise the eye area because I wanted it to have that effect. This is me going in with my contour, my powder contour as well, and going in with my powder contour for the nose. Here's my favorite blush at the moment, Patrick's. I'm just going in with this subtle pink blush, and just strategically placing it to also lift the face. Here's me going in with my setting powder to bake this time, and the baking process also helps you, aside from baking, it also helps you retain dust, and like if you're doing your eyeshadow, it helps you retain those any fallouts, so it doesn't stain your makeup. So after this is done, I'm going in with my Annie's Beauty browns. I don't think I do any eye these days without using this palette. It's just beautiful palette. It stays true to tone, and that is one of the reasons why I like it, and highly pigmented as well. You can see the hairstylist dragging our Simisa with me at this point, but it's all good, so we could just finish on time. I went in with my eyeshadow base, my eyeshadow primer, Benai Clone. Yeah, and this is me just blending in the edges because I do not want any harsh lines on my eyeshadow. It's just like so funny how all of these things didn't matter when makeup just started, some years back. I remember when I first learned in 2014, it wasn't all of these details, and it's just so beautiful to see how much makeup has evolved, into an art, into something that people take seriously, into something that you study. Here I'm just going in with, a darker shade of color by the side to give just that smoky kind of look that I wanted, and just also patterning a matte eyeshadow base. And I remember that after I finished this base, Simisa, I don't know if I recorded that, she checked the mirror. She checked the phone and she saw her face and she was like, are we doing red eyeshadow? And I said, no, that's just the base. Yes, I was going for, I wanted this, shiny pink kind of lid, but I also wanted something that will make it pop, and so I went in with a red matte eyeshadow, which is what I'm just trying to place here. Yeah, here's me just going in with the pigment that I wanted to use. I do not remember the name of, the pigments. And one of the challenges that I have, guys, is that here in Canada, it's difficult to have, assistance or somebody that is helping you. So whatever setup that I do, whatever makeup that I do everything by myself from, start to finish, from the videos, from everything. So it's hard for me to keep up, the names of the items that I used, and also, get the list for you and just make things difficult. But I promise that I will try my best to always add that going forward. Here's me just lining the eye with my black gel, and then going in with my mascara. I always just do this to ensure that there are no stains. I've had this video in my, gallery for a few months, and one of the reasons, one of the challenges of me not being able to release this video on time was the sound that I was going to use, in between. It's just difficult. You download music and then you use it, and then YouTube is flagging it as a, what do they call that kind of music? So it's been a hell of work to do. Yeah, here's me just highlighting my brow. I think I drew the brow off camera, just doing the highlighting little, just gently, so that I don't ruin what I have done there. And I'm also ensuring that I blend in my foundation so that it's not too evident. Here's me going in with my lashes. I think that fixing of lashes for me depends on mood. Sometimes I decide to use tweezers, other times I decide to use hand, but most of the time I try to use my hand. Yeah, makeup is already looking good. You can see I'm here just dusting off excess powder from the face, pressing in when needed, and the hair is also coming together at this point. And yes, bathing time. I came out with my Charlotte Tilbury spray, and I just, sprayed everywhere.
Jesus, baby, I beg you.
And here's me doing the lip. added a bit of, my pinkish nude lipstick, and I'm just blending into the brown one. And this is me going in with my gloss. Yeah, this is the best part because I just like know that, oh, I'm almost done. Yeah, and I'm done. I'm just like putting in my highlighter, Fenty Beauty. Yeah, and guys, this is the finished look. You can tell that Simisa was, feeling herself, and she just told me like, no wonder you said birthday glam. Thank you for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.